This is a quick overview of the CRM Workspace inside the Worker Portal that comes with the base CIMcloud platform. So I'm just going to walk through the sections real quick. One notable is you've got your navigation in the menu drawer here. You access the CRM Workspace by clicking this top icon in the toolbar, and then that will open up the menu drawer with the navigation links. The CRM Workspace Home is the page we're on right now, and you can also see the button style icons for the different links. And this pretty much mirrors the navigation that's on the left. In order to access the different links within each section, you just click on the section and it will slide open the links to access it. So just real quickly, the sales statistics is just giving you an overall set of statistics and some graphs on all of the customer data that your worker login has access to see. And basically everything filters. The features that are seen here can be controlled through worker settings, what features are seen, and in fact, seeing this entire workspace. And then the customer data that's seen and aggregated here is controlled by what's called an account filter or account query type. That's covered in separate training information. But that's pertinent to know. So the sales stats will filter by those accounts. The customer timeline is basically just showing interactions that are digital interactions related to the customer interacting with the CIMcloud platform through a B2B customer portal or a retail site. So product interactions just shows you a summary of all the touches that they've had related to products, things like favorites list, or did they add it to the cart? Did they order it? Have they been invoiced for it? Website visits is just showing you the login sessions and dates by user and account. Keyword searches will show you the actual searches people your customers did on the front end sites, and specifically what keyword and date they searched. Recently viewed products showed you if they clicked on products and went to the product detail page, and again, the who, which account and person. Save for later carts, if they go in, add something to the cart, and then slide it into save for later. This will show you the contents of the save for later carts of your customers. And then email a friend requests will show you if they actually emailed products to their friends. It'll show you who did it and what the email address and name of the person they sent it to. The customers, this is basically your Rolodex information plus some wallet style information for all of the customers. For customers, we have terminology at CIMcloud for customers. We call the companies or individuals that you sell to accounts. That's what we call your customers. And then contacts are the people within those accounts that you talk to or interact with. If it's a individual consumer, the account and contact may be that person. If it's a company, the account would be the company, and the contacts could be a whole bunch of people at that company that you interact with. Addresses are just actual physical locations of addresses that your customer or customers have. So for an individual consumer, it'll just be their home address probably. And for accounts, they may have many different warehouses or offices or distribution centers or locations that they have. And you can access all those here. There's a separate set of information on the accounts. When you drill in there, there's lots of context-based stuff you can that's very rich information you can access through the account information. The customer groups, this is basically a way that you can set up and assign different features to turn on and off for customers. So you can show and hide different things and alter the experience your customers have through the use of customer groups. This is getting into your customers' kind of wallets or specific wallets. So the credit cards are the vaulted cards. Those are vaulted through third-party payment gateways. We don't store those inside the CIMcloud application, but you can see the nicknames of those cards and like the last 4 digits of the card number. Shipper accounts is if you leverage these, customers can put their own FedEx or UPS shipper numbers in and use those in ordering if you choose to turn those features on. Favorites list is where they can come in and add products to different lists for easy access later. For organizing your product catalog. Save searches. There's different utilities that they have that they can elect to save a search on the utility and come back, and it's kind of a memorized filter for things like invoices or orders, things like that. And then username and password requests. This is allowing you to see into requests they made to claim or access their username and password. Product info. This is just a simple listing of the products that are in the site. The full catalog would be inside the customer site. But for quick reference to retail pricing, and if you have inventory in scope, the inventory information can show up there as well. The sales pipeline, this basically allows you to go through the workflow to create a quote. A quote is just a shopping cart or an unfinished order, and it's the same utility that your customers are using when they're logging in to create quotes or place orders. It's basically the shopping cart. There's only one engine for order entry that has different views and ways to access it. So this will walk you through the workflow of selecting an account and creating and saving a quote. It's also the same workflow, incidentally, to place an order. You just make a selection when you get there. This will show you all the saved quotes, whether you saved it and created it or the customer did, and whether the customer asked for help or not. You can see all of those quotes or basically saved shopping carts that are in there. The contact us, if you elect to turn this on, this is just a simple request form that your customers can fill out, and you can see the requests that are in here. Orders and shipments. So we're basically kind of walking through the customer product and then the pipeline of going from quote all the way through cash. And then returns would be down here too if you elected that. That's an add-on bundle. Orders and shipments. This allows you to go through the place order workflow, which is the same workflow as creating a quote. You just choose to actually go ahead and pull the trigger on the order, and then that would sync into the ERP system. Online orders show you orders that were placed by your customers or by you on the CIMcloud application. Sales orders shows you all orders that sync from the ERP, whether they originated in CIMcloud through an EDI flow or were hand keyed in or however they got into the ERP system. Sales orders shows you all of the sales orders. And we're getting into an arena, by the way. This is showing you aggregate data across all the customers that you as the worker have access to, and which can be all of your customers or a subset. I covered that earlier. The products ordered, this is basically going into sales orders and looking into the detail lines of the products that are on sales orders. So the product order detail is showing you every product on every sales order on the line items, and it's searchable, and you can drill in a little bit there. The products ordered sum of quantity is showing you a unique record per customer and product to show you how many times they've ordered that individual product on each customer. The back orders is showing you back order information. If you're tracking that in the ERP, we pull it out and we give you a filter to only show products that are on orders that are classified as back ordered in the ERP. Shipments, if you have shipment tracking data in the ERP, we sync it out. And this is showing you all shipments on orders with the tracking data. And if you have the carrier set up, it'll link and you can track the shipments. Going into invoices, this is getting into AR billing data. So the assumption here is you have B2B type activity and you're allowing customers to pay on terms. But this is showing you all of the invoices, whether they're open or paid. Invoice details is showing you the individual products on the invoices. The invoice aging is an aging report that'll show you kind of the 1 to 30, 30 to 60, 60 to 90 aging windows across all open invoices by account. So that's a helpful report. And again, all this invoice data is data that is synced from the ERP system out to the CIMcloud platform, giving you a window in. The products invoiced detail is showing you the detail line, the individual detail lines by account. The in sum of quantity is the same thing I talked about with sales orders. This is showing you by account and product how many times they ordered it, what the most recent, or excuse me, how many times it was invoiced, what the most recent invoice date was. So very similar to the order information, only this is the stuff that was actually invoiced. The payments and credits, the make a payment goes through the invoice payment workflow. So it will have you pick an account and then show you their open invoices. You can use their vaulted credit cards or ACH if you have that configured and make a payment. And then the cash receipts would push into the ERP system automatically if you've elected to set that up. The online payments are showing you invoice payments that were made through CIMcloud. So it's just a window in of what was made in CIMcloud before it synced into the ERP system. The payments here is all payments from the ERP, whether it originated in CIMcloud or is made directly in the ERP system or through some other means. As long as it lands in the ERP, it shows up here. These are all credits coming from the ERP. And then credit card transactions is actually just showing you a raw log of transactions that occurred inside CIMcloud, whether it be part of an invoice payment or an online order. So that pretty much covers an overview of the base CRM workspace, just high level walkthrough.